Hi, Maggie here, and I wanted to shoot you a short video in response to some questions that I've been receiving about my course that I'm offering right now, Activate Your Superpowers. So let me give you a little context here. I get a lot of questions that have to do with people's specific charts when I do webinars, when I do my weekly updates, or any of the free webinars that I do for my community. And I try to respond the best that I can in those situations, but I can only do so much, and I can't really give them the time and the attention that they need and that they deserve, because the truth is that those questions tend to come to me kind of out of context, and the most people are kind of focusing on one part of their chart. But your human design isn't just the gates or the channels or the centers or your type or your strategy or your authority or your profile. It's a whole picture that includes these individual elements. And while they're significant, you really need to understand them as part of a whole. Okay, because you want to be able to transcend just focusing on the individual pieces so that you get this gestalt, if you will, this whole picture. What I've seen is that many people get fixated on a certain aspect of their chart, whether that's something that they feel really great about or something they feel troubled by. Often it's something that they feel more troubled by. And when you do that, you kind of lose sight of the bigger picture and how the different parts dance with each other. Sometimes we can feel them as being kind of in conflict. And one of the things I do in all of the work that I provide is to help you to transcend this sense of conflict, to see it as creative tension, and then to use it to propel yourself along your spiritual growth path, because that's really what it's for in the human design system. I know when you're first learning, you simply cannot see all of that, okay? You just can't, okay? So I designed the Activate Your Superpowers program with two primary intentions in mind. First of all, to give participants fundamental elements of the human design system so that they can get the knowledge that they need in a relatively short period of time, to get a comprehensive view of their own human design and also that of their friends, their family, their clients, if they choose to look at other people's human design. Now, my professional training program was over 2 years long, right? It was probably closer to 2.5 years. And some people spread it out longer because they need more time to digest. So to do this in 11 weeks is a relatively short period of time. And sometimes people actually do the program in a shorter period than that, in the sense that they do the lessons, but we look at all of this over a 4 to 5 month period, so that you have more time to dive in and also to apply, to integrate, and to adjust. But still, it's a relatively short period of time to do that. But the other reason, and really for me the more significant reason, if you will, is to be able to transform your life using the guidance and the direction provided by the human design system, to activate your superpowers so that your experience of life changes fundamentally and forever. For you to become so empowered and so awakened that you feel you have command in your life and that you can truly be sovereign. Developing sovereignty has been the cornerstone of all of my work for over 20 years. And I use the human design system now to support participants in my programs and my private clients to be able to do that. And in order for that to occur, we need to transform, we need to grow, we need to change, we need to develop new capacities. This is why I include 5 group coaching sessions as part of the course, because I don't want this simply to be more information that you'll either quickly forget or it'll go in one ear or the other, or you never took in the first place. No, we've had enough of that available all over the place. I do not want the information that I provide to you to be gathering digital dust on your computer. No, what I want is to help you to close the gap between between how you're experiencing your life right now and how you truly desire, how you long to experience your life. That's really my deepest purpose. My personal experience and my experience with many private clients and participants in my programs is that human design can deliver to you a fundamental change in the way that you experience life. I resisted it initially, but as I agreed to receive the information and to apply it and integrate it into my life, and then I practiced living differently. And this is the big thing, right? You can't change your life unless you change your life. So you have to be willing. You have to be game for letting some things go and building some new capacities in, allowing in the new insights that inspire you to see the world differently, to open up new perspectives. This is really what human design can provide to you when you take it in and you really use it, okay? The other piece here that's vital in terms of deciding whether or not this program is something that you want to participate in is whether or not I'm your person. And I don't mean your person for everything in your life, obviously, but if I'm your person to take your hand and to walk with you through this next step of your journey in terms of gaining information and insight, and then using human design to change your life. So you need to feel resonant with the way that I teach, with the way that I talk, my values, what it is that I'm offering. You need to feel that. There has to be a chemistry, in my view, for this kind of transformation to take place. So if you don't feel that, that's totally fine with me. I don't take it personally. I know that there's many great teachers out there. Some of them I resonate with, some of them I don't. So I just want you to be really clear with yourself is if you feel that I'm the right person and then this is the right time to work with me in order to take those next steps on your human design journey. One of the things I get asked a lot is how is this different from other human design courses? Well, there's two main pieces. One is this the focus on the superpowers, okay? Now, the thing about superpowers is that you don't just find them in your chart and then boom, they're superpowers for you, okay? Typically, there are kind of two relationships that we have to our superpowers. One is that we suspect that they're there. We may have utilized some of them to some degree, but we may have conditioning that's been in the way of us fully being able to express them, fully believing in them. So the first part is validation. Okay, it's validation that what you suspect are superpowers for you is real. And then we also need to clear the path so that you can fully express even the things that you've already known. The other part is being able to show you things that you never really knew were actually superpowers for you. I've had a number of these, like this whole thing about my open throat. You probably heard me talk about my open throat because it is such a revelation to me. Even though I've known that I was articulate and I've been a teacher for a long time, I was really puzzled about this energy about my throat. So when human design taught me about the qualities of the open throat, both the challenges and the superpowers, it completely transformed my relationship to my expression. And now I know how to teach in a really different way, express myself in a different way, write, and so on. Everything has really changed. So those are the pieces around your superpowers. And I had to really look at some of my conditioning and some of the shame that I had about how my open throat had basically been driving my expression. Okay. I had to work with some of that and release that and be able to then embody it and express it in another way. So what's different about the course is the focus on superpowers and how I do that. And the other piece is the amount of coaching that you get, because most of the human design classes that I see do not have anywhere near the amount of coaching that I provide. And also I have 20 years of mentoring and teaching and coaching people under my belt. And there's not that many people, frankly, that have that. So for me, it's critical that you receive that coaching so that you can actually take what you learn and you can apply it and you can integrate it and your life can change. And so that's really what I want for you. And that's one of the things that makes this course different. Another question that I get is, how is the class delivered? What I've discovered is that in our busy lives, that it tends to be better for people to be able to consume the information on their own time schedule. Okay, so now what I've done is I have recorded in video format. You can also listen to it in audio if you prefer, the primary information of the course. Okay, and then you can consume that in the time frame that works for you. Then it's in the coaching that we do approximately every 4 weeks, where I help you to really work with the information. So you can take as much time as you want to consume the videos. You can do it every week, you can do it every couple of weeks, you can do 3 in a week and then not any for 3 weeks. You have your ability to do that in whatever time frame that works for you. You can do it 11 o'clock at night, 6 a.m. and in the morning. You can do it when it works, because our lives are busy and they're full, and I know that we need to fit them in. Okay, so the fundamental teaching of information is delivered to you through video, audio, and written format. Then there are worksheets that go with every lesson that enable you to kind of take the information that you got and then look at your own chart and then apply that, so that you can begin to digest that information and go, well, what does that really have to do with me? Because I can't, when I'm just talking about the information of the system, I can't apply it to your individual chart. So you're going to be doing that with the worksheets, and that will prepare you for when we come to the coaching sessions, that you can then bring in your questions that'll be more informed by having used the information, applied it to your own chart the best that you can, using the book that I provide. And I provide everyone with a copy of this book, Understanding Human Design, which was written by my mentor, Karen Curry Parker. It's a great book, and it's got all the information about the channels and the gates, which we don't have time in this course to cover, but you can use that book to supplement the information that you get in the course so that you can understand your chart even better. Then you come to the coaching sessions, and then we dive in more, and I can help you to understand this more. Okay, and people who have taken this class before have commented that the coaching sessions are like the most valuable part of the whole course, because they're what really transform information into understanding and into deep inner wisdom, and really what transforms their life experience. I'm also often asked, how much time do you need to devote to this program? So the videos generally run between 30 and 40 minutes. They're not super long, but then you need to take the information and do the worksheets. So it depends on how in-depth you are with the worksheets. You could spend 10 minutes on them, you could spend an hour on them. It's really kind of up to you. My suggestion is that you do take the worksheets seriously and you do work with them. But what I imagine happens for most people is that you take it and work with it, but you may go back to it because you want to be able to digest this information. And then the other piece, obviously, is the way that you apply what you're learning. You let it shift the way that you're thinking about your life, or the way you're interacting with other people, or the way you're understanding yourself. You can't really quantify that in terms of time, right? But it's something that you will want to do in order to get the most out of the program. So just in terms of kind of the time that you need to watch the videos and do the worksheets, I would say anywhere between an hour and an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours if you were going to go and dive into the book and really look at all the gates and the channels and things that you want to get more information about. But again, you can do this on your own time and on your own timeline. So I would say somewhere between an hour and 2 hours per lesson, if that helps you to understand. Okay, and then we do the coaching sessions once a month, and they're 90 minutes, and they're recorded. So if you can't join us live, you can always watch them later. Then the final piece is, how do you know if this course is right for you? I hope that I've given you more understanding about what the purpose is, why I do it, what I'm hoping that you're going to be able to get out of it. So that will give you that kind of understanding that can help you make your decision. But really, the main thing is for you to be tuning into your inner guidance and for you to be using your strategy, whatever that is. So if you're responding or you're receiving this information, and then to go inside and see if it just feels right to you. You know, are you getting a yes? Even if your mind is having whatever second thoughts it has about things. And if so, I would encourage you, I would invite you to join me. And if you're getting a no, then that's fine. It's either not the right time, I'm not the right person, you know, whatever it might be, the information, the way I'm delivering it isn't resonating for you. It's all totally fine with me. I want you to join me if you're getting a yes. And if you have any further questions, please do feel free to email me at admin@ostaraexperience.com. All right. Many blessings, much love. I hope to see you in the program. Bye for now.